Hey everybody, welcome back to our Alternative America. It has begun. The thing that I was worried about has begun. Okay? Take a look at the bottom right of the screen. You can see what I'm talking about here. Russia has begun mobilization, and Russia is taking the cut down to size diplomatic play against us. Okay? So Russia has decided we're getting too big. We're on their borders now, and it's time to cut America down. That's what they're saying. So we need to defend ourselves against the diplomatic play on our shores. And if I take a look at this thing up the top here, we can also see that, I thought anyway that this was Russia, but it's not Russia. So I'm going to go ahead and declare neutrality on this one just to kind of get this off my screen. Declare neutrality on this one. I think, what is this? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and declare neutrality on that one, get it off my screen, and then this one. Okay. Now, I'm gonna add a new war goal here. This is an opportunity for me to get Alaska during this diplomatic play. I'm gonna add a war goal that I want Alaska. So if they fail to cut me down to size, I take Alaska. I like that a lot. Now, I could also say that I wanted something else, but Alaska is really the only thing I'm interested in. So I'm going to say, hey, by the way, if you fail, we're taking Alaska. Now, for swaying countries, because we're a pariah, it is possible that these guys will take a side with them. And Italy looks like they're kind of leaning towards siding with them as well. So we may have to deal with this. So in other words, well, two arms. In other words, two arms. We need to defend ourselves, and so we are going to make sure that we are holding the line for a little while here. So we're going to do the defense thing that Canada did against us for a little while here to really lock this down so that they can't do this for us, okay? So we're going to do that at the start, and then what we're going to do after that, let's just go over the rest of the generals. We're going to then say advance the line for these other generals. So we're going to have some of them pushing forward. Some of them are going to hold it. And I think this is going to work a little bit here because we can then make sure that they cannot get into our territory. Now, we also need to make our superior navy, which should have radios. I think pretty soon anyway, should have radios. We're going to make sure that we just, make sure we push into this and then defend here. Now, I may need to move them around as we go, but like this is the front line, not this. Kind of weird, but all right. I don't see any other front forming, but I'm going to leave the other guys kind of just waiting so that I can move my admirals and stuff into position as well as we go. So I'm going to say raid convoys, and we're going to make sure that the Russia supply networks are cut off when we do this. So raid convoys here. Yep. Raid convoys. Let's say you're patrolling the coast. I want you to raid convoys to here as well. We're just going to make sure that our navy is so superior and they can't do anything to stop us. So we're raiding convoys here as well. We'll raid that one and then make sure that Theodore is also raiding supply lines here. So we're making sure that Russia knows for sure that we are going to defend ourselves tooth and nail, and that they stand zero chance at beating us unless they can convince the other nations to come in. And that's what this, of course, diplomatic maneuvers stage is. And so I'm kind of waiting to see if that happens. So Italy is officially going to join. That might complicate things because if Italy comes in from another side, we might have to defend that. So we're going to have to keep an eye on potentially Italy as well here. So let me just take a look really quick at some of our I think it might maybe take raid convoys. There's no Italy supply line over here. So I'm not seeing a resupply from Italy here. There's a little bit here. So we can maybe get Russia supply lines from this side too. And maybe try to cut this down a little bit here too. But we're going to need a lot more navy, right? We're going to need a lot more navy. So what I'd like to do... We only have 17 weeks until this motor industry is done. 3 weeks until the majority of our construction is complete. What I'd like to do here is I'm going to go into naval bases, and I want to make these bases much bigger. I need them to be much bigger. So we're going to say the District of Columbia. We're going to up you by like 10 levels. Maryland, I'm going to put you up by 10 levels. We're going to get one in New Jersey that's going to have 10 levels to it as well, I think. Actually, let's just go 20 levels here. So we're going to make the Navy much, much bigger. And we need to do this while we're in debt, by the way. So you can see debt is still there. We're still in debt. So to counteract the debt temporarily during wartime to defend ourselves, I'm going to increase taxes. And this is hopefully going to mitigate a little bit of that problem. And while construction is happening, of course, we'll still be in debt. But the idea is we need to defend our shores here. So Italy is fully mobilized. They're not going to be enough. But if they only come at one front, then it won't be enough. So they're going to have to hit us from multiple fronts here to do this. And the only reason I saw this is because I zoomed out like this, and I saw this icon. And I'm just like, oh, okay, that's how this is going to be, right? So it's time, right? They're gonna be cutting us down to size, right? And cutting us down, by the way, if you're wondering what this is, if they are successful, we have to give back and release all of the states and subjects that we've conquered in the last 10 years. So we will lose all of Canada. We will lose Honduras. And we will lose our South Bengal, which is really valuable to us right now. We will lose that as well. So not something we want to see. We definitely don't want to see that happen. So obviously, these trade routes with Italy are not going to be very productive right now. So our markets are going to be out of whack for a little bit. It looks like we need more oil. So let me just real quick go in, find our oil industry here. Thought I could find it faster than that. Oil rigs. Here we go. And it looks like Pennsylvania has some capacity. We're going to go ahead and expand that. Alberta, these are new oil rigs that we have in Canada now, so we can go ahead and expand those as well. And of course, that's going to be more money, but adding more oil to the market is what we need. And so we can already see we have a big advantage on this front. Oil, good. Migration to where? Oklahoma. All right, I like it. Or international telephone exchange. It has been suggested that by establishing a cross-border telephone exchange with Newfoundland, we could improve relations more easily. I like this idea. Let's just do that. Yeah, I like it. Go ahead and do it. Fine. Now we are making radios as well, if I'm correct, but I don't know if we're making enough of them. So naval base on this side, we're going to want to increase that by a lot. Let's just go like 20 levels here. It's going to be expensive, but we'll do it. I believe we are losing battle fleet tactics here. We could use submarines, I suppose, but uses even more ammunition. We can greatly increase our ammunition as well, because we're also having to buy ammunition, and so the more ammunition we have available, like being manufactured, the better. So our munitions plants are going to go up by, let's say, 20 levels in Wisconsin. And I don't remember which one of these southern states was also making that. I don't remember what one that was. So it looks like we got the Grand Duchy of Finland is getting in on this, as well as Italy. So 2 arms. Now we want to go ahead and make sure all of our conscripts are activated too. And I should have done this already, but I kind of wanted them to not back down so that I could take Alaska. So I sort of didn't activate my conscripts yet. This will take a long time for these guys to actually organize and get in, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. And this obviously is going to mean a lot more soldiers, but also it's going to mean a little more instability in my nation. But we're going to put everybody on alert because our country is under attack, okay? This is us being attacked, so we're on defense this time. And so we're going to go ahead and activate all the conscripts we can, including South Bengal, which I think is a cool thing because what I can do with South Bengal here, I need to get a general in South Bengal, so we can go and get one here, North India HQ. So let's get rural folk. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, we'll do this guy, and then I also need another guy here too. So let's get the dude from the rural folk instead of the trade unions. They're the same party though, so it doesn't really matter. And then also armed forces. Yeah, another guy here and another guy here. So we're gonna get even bigger military, of course, and this just means we can add more troops and send them to the front lines. So in South Bengal, I also need an admiral. So let's make sure we have one here too. Yep. Armed forces, good. What I'd like you to do in this part of the world here, yes, Lewis. I want you to do a naval invasion right over here in Alaska, I'd like you to do a naval invasion, maybe over here actually, because this will just occupy their forces. Bring their forces over here and say, oh, hey, we have to respond to this. So I could probably just bring it right in here, but it doesn't look like I can. Well, I could kind of go anywhere, can't I? Because Italy got in on this, so we could just take some of Italy's stuff too. But I think I'd rather play defense here. So I'm gonna say that I want this navy to just go into Alaska. I guess is fine. And you're gonna bring your people around. So we're gonna have a boat coming in from this way, which is not very productive, I don't think, but it'll be fine, I think. On this side, we have some supply lines we do need to get taken care of here. So I will want another admiral, I think, in Dixie. And what I'd like to do also is just get all these ports need to be upgraded. All these naval bases need to be upgraded. I'm going to go 30 levels here and 30 levels here, 40 levels here. Let's just really hit like military expansion hard right now. And then we have extra people now, right? So we can go into our new generals, make sure they're all mobilized, go over here and defend. And then also I'm going to leave these other generals just sort of ready to respond in case their other boats come to our eastern seaboard. I now have other generals that are prepared to defend that if needed. And then what I want to do with the other navy, Zachariah, you are in this. Yep. I want you to patrol this coast. Yep. I want you to patrol the eastern seaboard for sure. Maybe just cutting down supplies. I don't even know if the patrol is what I want to do here. Because it doesn't look like any of these are actually part of their supply network, so they may not be coming from this side. But this is Italy and Russia, and I want to kind of take that out. So maybe we will go ahead and send you that way instead. Okay, so how is the defense going, huh? Well, so far it seems good. So far it seems okay. I mean, it's just a numbers game. We have a lot of people in there. Some are even on their way. And then looks like America is progressing forward. Yes, pushing the line forward. We actually have 2 fronts here. 3 fronts, looks like. Yes, 3 fronts. And we are winning on all fronts, supposedly, at this time. Is this the one where we came in with the boat, or no? It doesn't look like it. Let's actually mobilize you and send you to this front, too. I'll go ahead and mobilize this guy, too. We'll have you help defend here. And then if we do get any boats from this side, which it didn't look like that was going to happen, but if we do get any boats from this side, we do have Paul and Jacob. They're just chilling here, and they can help and defend this maybe later on too. Now, the invasion from the sea hasn't actually started yet. We're waiting for Lewis Sickles to prepare their forces. So we have 7 days until that happens, and that's kind of sucky. So it's going to be 6 days now, and then they start to prepare, and then they start to board up, and then they come. So it'll be a while before they can get here, our reinforcements from the sea. But we are implementing like sea superiority, so those supply lines will be very difficult to get them here. And as a result of it being very difficult to reinforce these front lines, you can see the numbers are really pathetic on their side here, because they're just not able to get people over here. There is no land bridge here. They have to come by boat. And so if I bring my entire navy over here and defend against this, Russia cannot resupply their supply lines. They just simply cannot bring boats in. And so because they can't get here, again, their numbers are just really pathetic at this point. So I'm going to hopefully get them to make peace by saying I want to conquer Alaska, and I will go ahead and propose this peace deal as soon as they're done. But this is going to be their punishment for coming after us and trying to cut us down to size. They're going to lose Alaska, and that's my way of conquering Alaska, which I think is a really awesome way of conquering Alaska. Is just to do it on defense. Sounds really great. I have no interest in attacking Italy directly. I have no interest in attacking Finland directly. This is Russia's. Russia started this, and I'm gonna finish it. Paul, I don't even think I need to mobilize you, to be honest. I can actually just say mobilize on these so that you're ready to go, I suppose, just in case. Yeah, I probably should just do that. But you're just gonna sit there and stand by. Yeah, no reason to do anything here. Okay, so we're on complete defense here. We're just a war of attrition with all their soldiers, and there's nothing they can do. So now we're progressing this front line even forward even faster. And our navy is really cutting down any chance of them sending reinforcements in a high quantity here. Let me see what we've got. Interest removed. So French is doing that. Yeah, import opium route has been canceled with Great Britain. No big deal. Russian convoy sunk. I was hoping to see details about this, right? I want to actually see if we're doing this right. So Norval Sprigg, this is our admiral, sunk 100 Navy Italian convoys in the Macaronesian Sea. So yeah, the stopping their supply lines on this side is working. We are sinking them. They can't get this way, and that's what we want to see. If you dominate the water, you dominate the world in this era of time. So we're sinking tons of Russian convoys. 413 convoys are removed here. I'm looking at down in other convoys. We got sunk even more. So our Navy is doing what it's supposed to do, which is fantastic news. In the South Bengal area, we should have... Where's our military in the South Bengal area? Oh, we have another front down here. Oh, interesting. We have another battle down in this area with Russia, and we're dominating that too because we have soldiers over here, right? Yes, of course. Now we have a shortage of ammunition pretty much everywhere. Yeah, that makes sense. We should probably, yeah, we'll definitely will have a shortage of ammunition for a while, and that just costs us more money. But because I've raised taxes, we actually have gold reserves now, so we are out of debt. During wartime, we are out of debt, and our Navy has been greatly expanded, so we should have even a stronger Navy now. Oh my gosh, all of you guys are just sinking. Look at this. So much sinking. Sunk, sunk, sunk. They just can't get their people here. Isn't that great? It's a little hard to conquer a place if you can't get here. Yep. Yep. So supply lines are definitely an important thing, and they just don't have the Navy to do it. So good. I'm feeling good about this. How's our military doing here? Lewis, I want you to raid more convoys. We're hammering those guys pretty good. I think we'll go ahead and make sure that Finland doesn't have any. Where's Finland's supply lines? Are they even have one? Are they dropping out of this race? I don't see that anywhere here, so they might be dropping out. Well, we'll send more over that way to keep Italy on their toes too. I really don't want to see any troops hit my eastern seaboard. So troops hitting the east would be bad. All my troops are in the west right now. And we're just, yeah, we're going to defend this pretty well. So I think anyone who's on defense at the moment, we'll go ahead and tell you to advance. All defense can advance now. We've, war of attrition wise, we've brought them down to their knees at this point. So let's just kill these front lines and make sure that they are completely gone. And then we'll have you go to the front over here and help with this. So we now have commanding lead in this military incursion on our legally acquired land. Is everything's ammunition and small arms at the moment? It looks like it. Let's get more ammunition being created in, let's say, North Dakota. Yeah, munition plant in North Dakota. We'll go 5 levels on this. Yeah, I think so. Now, if we're going to be making a lot of more ammunition, we're going to also need to increase lead production, which is now probably getting very expensive. At least it will be. We're going to up 5 levels of lead there, and then we'll keep going with more munition plants so that we can have more ammunition, more arms. Arms actually looks like it's fine. Yeah, it's a discounted thing. That's fine. We're making breech loader here and then bolt action rifles. Yeah, so more ammunition is just what we need everywhere, and so we'll go ahead and do that. The sulfur mines are going to need to be greatly expanded because that's inflated, so we'll do that too. And then with all this stuff happening, most likely I need more power and tools as well, so we'll go ahead and upgrade some of these things as well. Did I get the price of hardwood under control? Not yet. Okay, let's upgrade logging camps in Michigan too. So we'll go ahead and do that. We have a little bit in gold reserves, so we can dip into that for a bit. But I think this is pretty decisively in our favor, and we're absolutely going to be taking Alaska here. So you can see the war progress here on this. I can't propose a deal yet, but I think when they get down to negative, then I can propose peace. So I just have to wait for that. Analytical philosophy is done. Let's go ahead and pause really quick. General moved. What's that? Moved. Okay, so they're all finally getting to their destination. It took them a while to get there, but they all finally arrived, and now that front line can progress even faster. Job, Garrett, I'm gonna just push you, yeah, to the front over here. Just keep progressing that way. So now my entire military is not here. So like if Italy wants to come across this, that's a problem, which is why my Navy is taking all their supply lines in this very narrow area. We're just stopping all of them from being able to pass in here. If they want to get to me, they have to come through this very narrow Strait of Gibraltar here. That's the only way they're getting in. That's the only way they can get to me. So we're stopping them from getting through this. And we're also at the same time, you know, sinking Russian convoys over and over again. Oh, yes. Now we have a new political movement to enact propertied women. Really? Really? That's a new thing that's happening now? God, these guys, these southern planters, dude, they just never stop. These never, ever stop. You know? It's wild. Let's see. What's our active research now? We can do mass surveillance. Nah. Mass propaganda, maybe. Military, yes. I think concrete fortifications. Sure. All right. I need this to drop to 0, at least, or negative numbers. They still have 806 total troops on their side of the war. It actually isn't that all that skewed anymore, you know? And we have so many more dead. How are we losing so many troops? That's what I want to know. Like, how do we lose so many people? Wild. I guess we're just, like, moving through their territory. I suppose that's how that works. You know, upgrade the coal industry a little bit. That's probably going to start getting strained in a bit as I expand my power, because power is going to start getting more expensive too. Steel is actually under control. Yeah, 10% discount. So it's all about munitions. Yeah, all about munitions. So yeah, we're gonna raise ammunition plants up many levels, and then sulfur is gonna go up. So we've already started that. War machines can go up a little bit. Glassworks can go up a little bit to get porcelain under control, because that's pretty expanded. And then lead is gonna be in higher demand. And I also think, let's up the railway a little bit there. I also think that oil is always in high demand. Oil rigs. You can expand oil rigs here up to 7. Rio can go up more. Pennsylvania can go up more. And we can also start drilling in Ontario. So we'll do that up to a certain extent as well. We'll start drilling in Ontario. All right, we're just taking over here. So I think what I want to do now on some of these fronts, because we did make landfall with our Navy, right? Did our Navy make landfall? It looks like it. Now they've started raiding convoys too. Paul, you're doing nothing. I want you to go in and defend this line. Come in and help that line. It's a little bit skewed here. And Jacob, I want you to come over here and defend this as well. Just make sure that if they want this front, they have to spend a lot of resources to try and get it. Okay, we discovered oil in Libyan desert. That checks out, yeah. All right, good. Election is in 97 days, and you can see the Communist Party is still dominating in their control over our country. Absolute domination over and over and over again. People just love the Communist Party, apparently. I think iron is under control at the moment. I did get the gold mines running in the Yukon Territory. So there is that. Wood has finally been brought to heel, but oil is still a massive problem. And we can start drilling oil. I think it was, where was it? Where were we drilling oil before? Also, let's get some construction sector going in these places too. Yeah. And then a naval base here? Not really. Don't need it. Yeah, we want you to use the rail, steam donkey, all those things. Diesel pump, fine. We just need more oil now. So let me go into rural, find oil. Oil. Have everyone should be doing this. All logging camps should be doing this. Hardwood is the thing. Flash freezing will use more transportation. Oh, everything uses more transport. Let's wait on that. Oil rigs. Oil rigs. These are subsistence farms. What am I doing? Oil rigs. Here it is. Let's up Alberta even more levels. And Ontario. Let's up you guys too. We need more oil getting into our economy here to help with this. We've almost conquered all of Russia, which is great. And this front is gone. Yeah. This front is gone. They don't have anything here anymore. So now they're all on the defense here on this side, which is still fantastic because I'm still stopping their supply lines from getting here. Oh, very, very good. Let's go. Can we propose peace yet? I'll propose peace, and I can now. I'm able to propose peace, but they won't accept the deal. We do not accept this peace deal. Oh, I do accept this peace deal. They've proposed peace. Whoa! In a turn of events, they're allowing us to conquer Alaska in exchange for peace. I'm reading this correctly, right? Yeah. Demanding this resulted in 33 infamy for the United States. I accept the peace deal to allow me to conquer Alaska. I accept. Done. And just like that, they're giving us Alaska. Oh, the United States is such a warmonger now, aren't we? Pryor is up to 147.7. So now other nations can do this to us over and over again. But as you can see, if Russia is not going to be able to do it with the help of Italy, then the chances of other people being able to do it are pretty slim as well. So I am now going to cool it on war, okay? We're going to cool it on war, right? So let's stop with war for a while and stabilize the nation, okay? So we're going to go back into our budget. Let's reduce taxes. We don't need such a surplus, so we're going to reduce taxes a little bit here. We have leveled wages for everybody, so this is good. Yeah, no big deal here. We want everyone to be on Arkwell buildings, because now that we've added new territories, not everyone is doing this for their construction infrastructure, so we're going to do that. And, gosh, we've got so much territory now. I mean, I could just go after Hawaii, I guess. Like I said, I would cool it, but, I mean, let's get this done. We need this territory, right? To be yeah, the way I want here. And this, unfortunately, is a problem, but we can take this. We'll have almost all of Hawaii. Yeah, we can't get this. This is, what is this? Why can't I have this? Revolutionary Hawaii? Why can't I have you? You're just in constant war with Hawaii, right? Yeah, you're just in a war with Hawaii currently. This is fine. We could... I don't care. We could just conquer the state. Just add 17.5 infamy, and France might get involved. But, like, you can see it. We're pretty good here. So we're just going to go in and get this. Why not? I said I would cool it, but I'm not going to. Industrialists. Yeah, we can have the industrialists maybe lose popularity, I guess. Sure, go for it. So, 2 arms. We said we were going to conquer this, but we can't yet. So I'm just going to say raid convoy really quick and make sure that Great Britain cannot supply this. So we're going to cut Great Britain off of this supply lines right here. All of our ships are going to move this direction for now to cut these supply lines. Here and here too. Let's see if we can't cut these guys down over here too, okay? Because we want to have Hawaii. This is part of Great Britain, so I anticipate they'll probably try to get some help, right? They're gonna try to appeal to this. I'd like to get the other one too, but I can't do that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any more war goals. This is all I want, and hopefully they'll back down because Great Britain is not that strong. And then as soon as that happens, the Revolutionary Hawaii will be at war with me, which of course then means we could just dominate that. And then we'll have all of Alaska and all of Hawaii, and we will have done everything we set out to do, except Puerto Rico. So I guess I could probably look at that next, but we're going to be a pariah for a long time. Alaska, do you have oil? You don't have any oil. I need a lot of infrastructure here, though, so we're going to do that. I think we'll get a couple of pips on the Navy base over here, too, because we're going to need to defend this. Let's get your logging camp running. Your gold mines need to be maxed out. Your coal mines should be up a little bit. And I want to get a steel mill here and I want to get a tooling workshop here, and I want to get a... maybe, let's do motor industry here too. And then we'll also go ahead and get you food industries and a shipyard with a munitions plant. These will be the industries we have with Alaska for a while. And then we'll have this go up by 5 levels. This can go up by a couple levels. Food industry will climb because we need that for food. Steel is going to start getting expensive and we need more munitions. So there we go. Okay, all of that is settled. Let's make sure that we are able to accommodate taxation capacity. Infrastructure is good. And we want to go ahead and incorporate this. So we're going to incorporate Alaska because it needs to be properly incorporated. All right. Communist Party wins. As expected, Communist Party wins. Okay, so this is another thing. We're seeing France is now radical and is now going against France. That's cool. Yeah, no, I'm going to be neutral on that. You have fun. You have fun on that. So it looks to me like Great Britain decided that they didn't want Hawaii after all, and they've just given it to us, which is fantastic news. Because this means we can then go in and make sure that we get the radical part of this taken care of, I think. So we just want to go in and take this state now too, and make sure we have this, because we want all of Hawaii, right? So this is ours now. See how fast that was? We want the port to be expanded, give them a little bit of a railway, but although I feel like in Hawaii, a railroad is really not all that useful, right? I mean, it's a railroad with a series of islands. I mean, I guess inter-island on like mainland Hawaii will be fine, but you know, whatever. We got access to their glass works, which will help us with our prices a little bit. And then we don't have any government administration here, so we're going to want to do that too to add to our taxation capacity. There we go. And are we good? Yeah, let's go ahead and bring them in with our bureaucracy too. So infrastructure will be improved with the port. Taxation capacity will raise as we get more people in here and we bring these guys in. And all the things will be fine. So great. Let's go ahead and get our Navy to raid some convoys that might be helping this. So Hawaii, we want to raise that in. We're going to go ahead and also get some raid convoys in there just to make sure they can't really do anything. So all of the ships will stop them from being able to resupply here. And this one too, yep. And let's go in and get this one too. So we're gonna make sure that we have Hawaii. We'll save a few on our Navy so that we can bring soldiers in, of course, but I don't know if they're really gonna fight us here because, well, they're gonna have to get help, right? It says they're uncertain, so they might feel actually pretty good about this, which is interesting. Why don't we, let me bring troops? Oh, I can bring troops. Oh. I mean, this is my soil, but I just didn't think I'd be able to do that. I really don't need every general mobilized, do I? Just a few, I guess. We'll mobilize you. I don't need everybody, so that's fine. So all the mobilized ones, right? All the mobilized ones. Just come over here and advance the front. Yep, advance. You're not mobilized. How can I tell? The icons are the same. Like this guy's icon is here. Like they're all just on standby, but some of them are already mobilized. Well, it's fine. We'll just, yeah, again, just bring them in there and do the thing. So we want to make them scared so that they just give up. That's the whole goal. So we have we have one nation that might lean with them, but they have no military. As long as Great Britain stays out of this and France stays out of this, we're fine. I think taking this territory really doesn't give us a whole lot as far as infamy goes. And so then we'll finally be at 172. But the thing is, right, the whole goal behind this is like, yeah, you're a pariah, but who's going to screw with me, right? My military is just too good. Who's going to screw with me? That's the goal. The whole world will have to band together, and since they're all fighting each other anyway, they're not going to do that. Plus, Italian, North Africa, radical, like French, right? We have French, radical French Mexico. We have radical French Mexico. Where the hell is that? Here? I don't see radical French Mexico anywhere. What? Where are you? Mexico is a strategic region with a gross domestic oh, I see. They're interested in Mexico. So they're all opening up interest on us. Yeah. They're opening up interest on us this way. Okay. I see how it is. Sure. Yeah, come on over. Is anybody going to try to take this from me? Sorry, this? Anybody going to try to take this from me? Because I got military here too, right? And I probably should make sure that it stays strong. So I'm going to actually bump this up a bit because I can't defend this very well. So yeah, we'll make sure our naval base is good here too so we can help with that. And we need power expanded. We need textiles expanded. Food is probably really expensive right now. No? Really? All the new people I've added? Wow. Looks like fish are getting expensive. We'll increase the fishing wharf by 10 levels. That'll help. All right, let's go back. We got, looks like, what, Hawaii? Yep, this is us, and then this is another thing that I don't really care about. So we'll just say we're neutral on that, don't care. And we're focusing on ours. They're still considered uncertain. They really think they can get... You really think you can stop this? Come on now. Don't do this. Don't do this. Be intelligent about this. Right? Just be intelligent about this. Porcelain is really good here. Steel, are we good here? No, but I can get... Yeah, rotary valve. Actually, we brought in a lot of industries. So why don't we go over to urban and just make sure that all of our factories are using what they should be using universally throughout all of our territories, right? So there's that. Paper mills should all be using paper bleaching. Tooling workshops all should be using assembly lines. Although that is going to radicalize a few because some of my tooling workshops were publicly traded. So now I just fired people, but whatever, I guess. Food industries, yes. We don't need them using patent stills. We do want them using automated bakery, all of them. And you can see my furniture manufactories. All my furniture places are publicly traded. All of my textile mills are publicly traded. And I think my steel mills, I'm not ready to do that just yet. Make sure all motor industries are using assembly lines and make sure all of them are using diesel engines. Not yet. I want to make sure that we're not going to increase. A lot of them are already using diesel engines. I want to make sure that we're not going to like kill my oil market yet. Arc welded steamships. This should be something we're doing for everybody. Yep. And the shipyards are good. So munitions plants. Yep. And then we can actually go in and expand these a little bit. Maybe not that many levels. Just expand them a little bit here. All right. Election time happened. And as you can see, Communist Party wins yet again with 78% of the vote. And this is not a legitimate government. So we actually want somebody who wants to join the Whig Party. So we're going to let them join the Whig Party by bringing them in, bringing the rural folk out. They're no longer part of the Communist Party. And then the intelligentsia can join the Whig Party. And I think that's probably it. Confirm. And now intelligentsia and industrialists can, who were once opposing ideologies, can now join forces and hope that they can overcome the superiority that the Communist Party has over our government. It's very superior indeed. Did you get anyone to help you? No? Nobody helps? You're really uncertain. Oh, okay. Well, we'll take you over too. And all this construction happening, we're still profitable. Thankfully, out of debt. Thankfully, they need to fix this graph because it's never, it never settles down. How's my infrastructure doing nationwide here? Do we have anybody that's, yeah, okay. Ontario needs a little bit of help. Wow. BC needs a lot of help. We're going to give you a port, a whole bunch of ports, as well as a railway. Let's max out your port. Yep, Hawaii wants to do a thing, so we're going to go ahead and do that thing. I think railway will help Alaska here too, and make sure that they have a port as well. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's take a look and see what we got going on in the Pacific here. Where is it? Right there. All right, so I don't anticipate this taking very long. In fact, there's not even a front anymore. I don't even see a front. Is there no front? Hold on. Yeah, there's no front anymore. We just win, right? Mass propaganda's done. Unpressed war goals. Conquer Hawaiian Islands. That's my peace deal. I'm going to conquer the Hawaiian Islands. That's it. That's what I want. Where is the front line? Is there no front line? There is no active front, so it's just like there's no army. There's no military fighting me, so there's no reason to fight. They're just mad. They're not going to fight for it, but they're just mad, so okay. Let's make sure that we're making the regular American Hawaiian Islands happier. Still a little devastation. 83% turmoil. Yeah, it's bad. This isn't working for me. How about we take... they're already maxed out. Their tea, sugar... Ooh, sugar. I need to increase sugar, actually. Forgot about that. Florida! You're my sugar place. I'm maxing you out. Maxed out sugar production. And there. Okay, so you're telling me that there's no front line and that they're just... Like, I'm still got dead. How are my people dying? 7,000 dead? How? They're not even shooting back. I don't get it. But I want to propose a peace deal as soon as possible so that I can stop having people die. Can we please do this? Can I please have a completed United States? That's all I want. Just let me have a completed United States. I will propose the peace deal with you. Conquer Hawaiian Islands. Come on now. Don't make me do it all the way. I'm still having people die. No? You're just gonna make me do it, aren't you? Okay, well. Yeah, peace acceptance is negative 337. All right, well, you're just gonna take me all the way down to the finish line. Fine. That's the way you want it. That's what you're gonna get. Fine. Porcelain still needs to be... We're already doing +7 here. I think that'll be fine. Porcelain needs to be brought in. So you can see the number of radicals now, right? Like, we've taken over so much territory in such a small amount of time that, you know, getting radicals to be at 0 is a very difficult thing to do when you have this much land. And on top of that, we still have propertied women being something that these stupid Southern planters and evangelicals want. You still don't want women to have rights. 1917, okay? You still don't want women to have rights. You're so annoying. This line go up nonsense is so annoying, and it goes up faster when you have more population too, because it's set to go up at like 1% of your population or something like that. Okay, so apparently I never had any construction infrastructure in Mississippi. Somehow that was a thing, so we'll upgrade that. And then your profitable industries right now, it's all about wine. All right, let's get your farms to be greatly expanded there so we can really start making lots of wine. And services are dirt cheap. Fine art's starting to get more expensive. We'll expand some of our art academies. Tell me that we're going to be good here. Yes, we're good. Okay, we now own the entire Hawaiian Islands. Hooray. That's it. All right, guys. So in this video, we added a ton of radicals to our population by taking over... Alaska. We got Alaska. That's good. You know, Russia tried to cut us down to size and failed gloriously, thanks to our superior naval power. We now own all of Mexico and most of Central America, although I think probably you can't say most until we had Nicaragua too. I would like to maybe look into getting Panama away from New Granada, but whatever. We can start making peace deals, I think, is probably better. We have now Hawaii as well as Alaska. And in the spirit of things, I think it's probably a good idea to have Pearl Harbor built. So we'll have a massive naval base on Hawaii as well. Let's see. I mean, it's not a massive naval base, but it's a good sized naval base. Yeah, I mean, I've seen pictures. I've never been to Hawaii. I would like to go, but I've never been there. All I've seen is pictures of modern day Pearl Harbor. So we have a couple of plays here that are happening. I'm just going to declare neutrality on war. I'm done with war. Okay, we're done. We don't need to do any more war until it comes time to maybe get Puerto Rico, but I don't know. I really don't need Puerto Rico. I think they're fine being a Spanish colony, to be honest. And I have all of Canada and all of Mexico. part of Central America, as well as South Bengal over here to hold me over here. So I think my warmongering days are finally done. And in 20 years, which I believe will be just short of that 1936, because I think I didn't start that early enough. Maybe, I don't know. Did I start incorporating before I did that war? We'll see. That'll be close. Alaska will take 20 years, but we're going to have that in time. We will have incorporated all the original United States, as well as all of Mexico, incorporated as states in our union. Yeah, that's going to be great. Decrees, state actions. Here it is. Incorporate state. We could do all of this as well. I don't think it'll take too long to do. Right? Will it take a long time to incorporate these guys? 5 years. Oh, we should just do that then. Let's just bring everybody in as an incorporated state in Canada as well. All of Canada. Quebec can get in here. New Brunswick can get in here. Yeah, Yukon Territory, get in here, you old. Honduras, we could bring you into. Why not? We have Honduras as well. I'm not going to incorporate South Bengal. That's going to take way too much bureaucracy to do. It's like 5,000 or something like that. So the only thing left is, I suppose we don't need this because I never really needed it anyway. But the only thing that's left is this. It's Oklahoma. You know? Do you know how to get Oklahoma? Does anyone know how I can get Oklahoma here? I mean, there is no join me in this, right? There is no, hey, we'd like you to, you know, come into our and become one of our subjects, or, you know, become a state. There is none of that in the game. It just doesn't seem like that's a thing. So I'd like to know if you know how to get these guys to be a state without military, right? Because they're a puppet right now, and I want to change that. If you know how to do this without military action against them, without annexation, please let me know. Because the only thing I can think of right now is granting their independence and then invading them. That's the only thing I can think of doing right now, and I don't want to do that. So anyway, that's it. I'm gonna leave it here. We have flamethrowers unlocked now. Perfect time to leave it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I do appreciate it. The next video, I probably just stabilize everybody and see if we can't get the radicals under 10 million. And we'll look at, hopefully nobody else tries to cut us down to size. I think we've proven that we can defend ourselves quite easily at this point, so hopefully nobody does. But we've lost a lot of loyalists over the last little while here, and we've gained a lot of radicals because of propertied women. So that sucks. So we're gonna need to reduce radicals. And we'll work on that next, okay? So thanks for watching. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.